Way I want in a group that's full of all voice. But no, I don't take no shit, and I ain't looking for no trouble, cause I ain't no prick, no! I just lay a back and relax, play a beat, get a pint, start writing these raps, it's all crap, yeah. Cause I'm a supple king of mine, If you're showing, I'll be shaking your hand, but if you're not, don't expect me to call you a friend. I've been writing the book, I know who to present. You like the sound of your own voice. You can this and you can that and your own voice. For fuck's sake, I ain't seen you for years, and this the first thing you said, man, get me out of here. I can't hack these assholes inside, all the time they say they gotta fight back, but it's a flagpole. And I know that I shouldn't complain, cause at the end of the day, we ain't loving the same, but it's a cliche. They say I'm making a change, so I'll say it like this: get out of my face, you weak bastard. We need a balance between the hate and the love. People bring us down, but others give a fuck. We got respect, and we've got the assholes people throw a stick, but we just throw it back. Look, shot from the heart, right from the start. That can't act as smart, but don't understand the art. This is realism, expressing how we're loving. You'll know what you're missing if you actually sit and listen. Let's go to Barrett versus BMC. Northwest up pop in the building. Northwest up pop. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, folks.
I love to have a bit of that.
John, can you hear me, John?
What? Okay, there's a ghost in the machine. There's some ghost in the machine, but we'll be grand. Alright, okay, next up, we have some more performance poetry from Miss Mel Bradley. Talking about machine. I know her. Oh yeah. Mel Bradley.
You like your blusher?
Alright, I'm really sorry. Hi, John. Maybe not. Hi. I did do my homework. There's a story that goes along with this. I wrote it at 1 o'clock this morning. I had a rather excitable weekend. No, I just got very drunk on Saturday night. And then I spent all day yesterday hungover. Had a thought, let's have a shower. We have this bloody thing to write, let's have a shower. And in that moment, standing in that bliss of the water rushing down, I had an epiphany. I know what I'm going to do. So this is it. I decided to write my death. My death. So this is called Mel's Oh Bitch Uary. Local radio report stated the tragic news. Female found dead early Wednesday morning. Friends worried when her Facebook status had not been updated in 3 days. 27 missed calls, 53 unanswered texts, a dozen emails left hanging. She had virtually disappeared. Her cold body, only slightly bluer in tone than its normal pallor, was found in the bath, shower still running. Authorities do not suspect foul play, more an incident of accidental stupidity and a small puddle of hair conditioner underfoot. The shower curtain ripped from its hooks, blue paint scrapings under her fingernail, blunt force trauma to the head. Enthusiastic dancing was how she met her end. Cremated yesterday morning, a small memorial was held in a local coffee shop filled with poets and vagabonds. Drinking and dancing continued into the small hours. One by one, friends offered words in memory of the dearly departed, often lovable, deeply conflicting, could happily kill her, with a smile, Mel. The stories they told were similar in thread about her charming and often disarming ways, devilishly clever, outrageously wanton, given to moments of reckless abandonment. Her drink of choice varied, like her sexuality, governed mostly by her mood, casting shadows of confusion and questions of, is she? Or isn't she? You know. Sometimes abrupt, cutting and to the point, her soft underbelly rarely seen in person, save for backstage and sideways glances or watching romantic expressions on celluloid. A born storyteller offered one. She was meant for the stage and rejected another. Her almond biscotti was amazing, offered the third. A fourth piped up, I'll miss her word of the day. She had her own sense of style, bedecked almost always in black, amused and entertained all with her experiments she posted online. She had one look that conveyed a million different messages, but always determined by context and time. Armed with sarcasm and a smile, a compulsive information junkie who only ever argued if she knew she could win. It's a wild shame she had to die. Full of wisdom and bonkers analogies, you'd often hear her say daft and offhandish comments like, that reminds me of the short and ultimately unfulfilling life of a pie. I'm really sorry, folks. I have been mental crazy this last wee while. I've had nothing but dance choreography in my head. So I'm going to try to give you this one. It's part of my bedtime stories collection. I mentioned last time that I don't really write mood songs because I can't. So I took myself off on the storytelling journey and I created this alter ego that would say those rude things for me. So this is Lost. Do you crave a carnal couplet? Are you longing for some lecherous lines? Is it seduction from a sultry sonnet that you're seeking? Or would you rather be ravished by rhythm and rhyme? Care to venture a little voyeuristic versification with this lyrical libertine? Or could this wanton wordsmith leave you with an appetite for an allegorical adulterine? Why not slake your literary lustings in a personal one-on-one? Or are your tastes a little more demanding? Well, let's begin with some poetic fun. A hot and sticky night in June is the setting of our story. An unwitting but roguish rake becomes the subject of our study. His sexual delinquency serves to titillate your senses, and perhaps teach you all a lesson of moralistic expenses. They arrive in sweat-glazed trickles to worship at Dionysus' altar, surrounded by filthy electronic heartbeats, intoxicating, mesmerizing, and erotic. Swimming in cocktails and shots, inhibitions ebb into a gentle abyss. Licentious, oh flip, I've forgotten the bloody words now, I see choreography in my head. God. Flip, and I remember the next line. Skip it. Oblivious of tomorrow's guilt-ridden kiss. Our Don Juan enters and surveys the crowded room. He spies across the floor our helpless ingenue and begins his conquest for their amour. An angelic and impressionable example of femininity, he means to woo her, make love to her, or maybe a simple fuck will do. Mindlessly her finger circles her glass, dipping occasionally into the wet of her drink. She tongues its tip and tastes its sticky sweetness, eyes closed in finger kiss. Her hand trails across her collarbone, head tilted in submissive bliss. Music spills into every crevice, creating a dreamy dance floor daze. Hedonistic pleasure seekers, lost in intoxicated haze. Lusty liaisons in darkened corners. Salacious, oh flip, there we go again, I've forgotten the words. So sorry about this. Anyway, he makes his move towards her, hands firmly thrust on hips. Broad chest exerts his masculinity. Peacock shouts, "Come see my bag of tricks." A playful glint flashes in his eye, betrays a hint of his ambition. The rasp that catches in the back of his throat speaks more than his petition. She smiles coyly at his cocky wink, views polite exchanges as worthless. He offered her a drink from the bar that he's already purchased. To hell with seduction, charm and wit. He cut straight to the chase and into her ear whispers softly, "Hot stuff, fancy a fuck at rapid pace." She chokes, swallows back, breathes deep to regain composure, pauses for a second and smiles, leans in for full disclosure. "I'm flattered by your observation and appreciate your candour, sir. But you see that girl out on the dance floor? I'd rather fuck with her." He tries to convince her of his manhood, offers references at her request, promises faithfully he's really good at cunnilingus and it won't be a harsh regret. He swears on the lives of his unborn children, pledges guarantees of satisfaction. Once again, she meets his eye. She beams a smile and meets directly with his eye. "How can I say this without offending you? Dick ain't a friend of mine. It's all tits and pussy for this little minx. What can I say, dear? You're just not my kind." Then up from her seat, she kicks this angelic and impressionable example of femininity, our wide-eyed, helpless ingenue, gifted with flirtation's blessed divinity, onto the dance floor, her enrollment, this seductress eager for its promissive excitement and sexual fulfillment. Another voyeuristic provocateur tangled in my web of sexual delight. In case you're not familiar with me, my name is Lust, and I will be here for the night. Thank you very much for your patience.